A new podcast is taking a deep dive into the mysterious disappearance of Dia Abrams, the La Jolla woman who went missing in 2020 from her ranch near Idyllwild. Thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
Welcome back. I'm Marcella Lee. CBS 8's David Gottfredson shares what he learned from the host of the podcast, who has spent 4 years investigating the case.
It's 6 episodes. It drops on the 23rd of July.
4 years is a long time to dive into a story. I know because I too have been investigating the case of Dia Abrams. She went missing from her ranch near Idyllwild in June of 2020, and her body has not been found.
I have had hours and hours and hours of phone calls with people like Keith Harper, with Dia's son, Clinton Abrams, with her neighbors, her friends, her family.
For her upcoming podcast, journalist Lucy Sherriff has interviewed a lot of the same people I've interviewed over the years, including Keith Harper, a ranch hand who claims he was Dia's fiancé and the last person to see Dia alive on her Bonita Vista ranch.
You know, obviously, when you're the last person to see him, you always become the suspect.
While Harper may be a suspect, he denies any involvement and nobody has been arrested. At the time she went missing, the 65-year-old was in a court battle with her adult children here in San Diego over her deceased husband's multi-million-dollar estate. One of Dia's friends, Diana Fetter, says in the podcast Dia was suspicious of her son Clinton.
She turned to me and she said, "If anything ever happens to me, Clinton did it."
Clinton Abrams also denies any involvement in his mother's disappearance. Dia wrote her son and daughter out of her trust before she went missing, leaving her entire estate near Idyllwild to Keith Harper.
Money definitely seems to be the driving factor and the thread that runs through this entire thing.
For her podcast, Lucy also interviewed women who were in past relationships with Harper. One spoke anonymously about violence.
He chased me through the house. I hid, got up, and would run some more, and he backed me against the wall with his forearm in my throat.
Harper denies those accusations, and an account from a different woman described in a Colorado court case from 2000.
What proof did you have that violence occurred? There's actually police reports. You have those in your hands.
Yes, I have a police report in my hands.
And what does it say specifically?
It said that you were sexually violent. It said that you grasped somebody around their neck.
As it stands now, Dia Abrams will be legally declared dead on June 6th, 2025, at which time Harper will receive 50% of her estate near Idyllwild, and 50% will go to Dia's 2 adult children here in San Diego.
If anybody is found to be involved in her disappearance, they get nothing.
The name of the podcast is Where's Dia? And again, it drops tomorrow wherever you get your podcasts. Also, there's a $300,000 reward being offered for information that leads to Dia's remains and a criminal conviction in the case. Back to you in the studio.
Provided